for your gappers list, but not for DAS. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's weird. All right, good morning, guys. Welcome on YouTube. We had a little technical
for your
situation,
gappers list, but not.
but it looks like we are ready to go now. So welcome, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome to the pre-market show. Hope everyone had an amazing day yesterday. Hope you're having a good morning today. If not, hope me and Norm can make it better for you. All right, guys. So as usual, let's end this week strong. Let's focus on good trading. Let's not worry about trying to make any losses back or trying to be overconfident and and try to make this week extra green week. Let's just stick to the process, stick to the rules, and let's trade well today. It's nothing better than going into the weekend knowing that you traded well on a Friday, whether win or lose. But if you go in there knowing that you overtraded, that you broke your rules, it like haunts you all the way till Monday. And then, no, I'm not sure if you've been through this, but it does a double negative effect where the fact is you come in Monday and now you're so anxious for Monday, then you have all this pressure to have a good day, and it's just builds up. So nothing good happens from that, guys. No, I'm sure you've been there. I've been there. It's just part of the learning process. So what we want to do here is, as much as possible, give you the stuff that we've been through, because this stuff is not easy. It's a lot of emotional stuff that happens in day trading. So we want to be able to kind of tell you guys, be aware of that. Let's just have a good trading process here. All right, yeah, the Hawk. We've been pretty busy on the back end over here, so I have not done any recaps lately. Yesterday was okay though. I had a great day because I had a swing trade on AKTX, so I had a good day yesterday. But I was not going to recap that because that's not something we teach. Well, not something that I teach in swing trading. So I'm not going to do a recap on something that I made some good money on, but it's really not something that I call out in the chat with you guys live. So I'm not going to do that. But overall, a lot of great stuff coming for Bearable Traders. Again, today's the last day to sign up for the Dash Challenge, the Bearable Traders Challenge, using our Dash Trader platform. So again, guys, look into that. Very excited. We start the challenge Monday, right? I think it starts Monday. Not the challenge, the actual the simulation starts Monday, and then the real challenge starts next week. So again, guys, we're getting the lists and everything ready for that. Were you saying something, Nor?
Oh, I was just going to say, it starts Monday, and we're going to have a special YouTube live streamed, our normal class 1, modified a little bit with rules for the challenge and all that Monday evening. So,
agreed. All right, guys, so let's get into see what we got here. We got a pretty some well-known tickers over here in our gappers list. Let's get our my pen up here, and then we'll go as usual. Let's go over our watch list. Yesterday was not an easy day. If it was not for the swing trade I had done, yesterday would have been a break-even day for me. Again, just a lot of stuff that I got into. Me and Brian were trading live yesterday. A lot of stuff just didn't get a lot of continuation, so we'll go through this. And I also have this silence here on NDB. NDB actually traded really well, but again, I didn't look at it at the open. So let's go through, see what we did here yesterday. Let's look at Roku. Roku, again, just having a really tough time. Roku was a great short, actually. I did not have shares to short Roku. Right here, it just rejects all these levels. Look at the 5 minute, beautiful double top here. Norm, I think you took this trade, right? Was it yesterday?
I took that trade right there in that second top at the start of the red candle, essentially just above the 200 moving average on the 5. And I ended up writing it down almost all the way to 60, so it worked out well.
Yeah, this was a great short here. I was watching this too, but unfortunately, I did not have shares for short. I do not have shares for short neither. I don't have the S right over here. So again, just a beautiful short, and it was very weak. Again, just came down towards the low of the day. Did a little bounce, could not hold it, could not get past the moving averages, and right back down it went. So even further down, making newer low. So again, just having a tough time Roku lately. CLDR was one that Brian took this trade live short here. He got in at a really good entry. He got in short around this area here, drove it down all the way down to the new low of the day here. So that was a great short on there. Next we have Facebook. Facebook was a bit choppy, not easy to catch V reversals early on in the morning. These are very tough plays because again, you can get faked out pretty easy. But looking at it now after the fact, yes, a beautiful V reversal. But while we were watching this list yesterday live, again, that's very difficult to time in a situation like that. Snap was very choppy. I got in actually long on Snap here. We took it long for possible break of the high of the day. Got stopped out here once it did this dip, but look at this. It goes to VWAP and then it takes off nicely. Breaks the high of the day. I think the previous day close was also here, if I'm not mistaken, at 1095. But breaks this level and it takes off nicely here, all the way up to 1140 and higher. So again, just a strong day for Snap yesterday. We had the right thought process, but we got stopped out with this drop here. Should have got back in after this bounce here, but I just didn't trust it because of the choppiness that Snap usually gives. GE didn't do much. GE, again, had a lot of volume. Good pre-market action in the morning with tons of volume, but again, at the open, just very choppy. Didn't do much there. Not really tradable. DG was another one. Again, we took a shot short around this area here. Looked very weak. Got in short here. Got stopped out for... Actually, no, I got stopped out before my break even. So we made a little bit on here. And glad I did, because look at this squeeze. Then it comes right back down to the low of the day. And then you get this drop. The problem with DG yesterday was the price action. The price action was very difficult to read. It was very choppy like. Then here, I believe they had a call was going on at the same time. Some people were long here as it looked like it was reversing higher lows, higher highs. And then out of nowhere, you get this pop in a matter of seconds. You get this nice little pop here. So good for you guys that were watching this in this trade here long for possible reversal. You got a nice little gift right over here with this pop. Atos was one that we had in our list, had a good pre-market. Look at this beautiful pre-market action, tons of volume, but then all day, all morning, just did nothing, just in this range, faking people out. Could not break 550, 570 or so. Every time it got to that and it looked like it was going to take off, it dropped, a couple of literally 50 cents, 30 cents drop every single time. So again, we warn people, stay away from this one. It's just not trading well. Later on in the day, actually did, I saw it this morning. Later on in the day, it actually had this drop and then a beautiful pop. But again, there's no way for you to time this. I mean, how do you, after seeing something like this, go long here, right? And on a low flow on top of that. So again, it's just not tradable at all yesterday. AKTX, I had a swing trade on AKTX too, most of it out here on this pop. That turned out nice because the AKTX had a strong day yesterday. Then after that, I was watching it, but really didn't do much. Just kind of sold off and didn't really have any pop here. For you to take a trade. No falling angel strategy. Like here for a falling angel, you want to see this consolidate, hold the level, and then pop. This does a V reversal here, which is, again, these are probably the most difficult reversals to catch, are that V reversal. Then MDB, I didn't have it right on my watch list, but look at this opening range breakup, right? It just comes down here, goes above VWAP. Once it closes above VWAP, that's your entry signal. Goes above all these moving averages towards the high of the day, and then some. So turned out to be pretty good. Unfortunately, I was watching other stuff right at the open. By the time I tuned into this, it was too late to catch this move. It was already done. Then PDD, and I don't think PDD did much. I didn't look at it yesterday. Just kind of chopped around, but it's one stock that's been pretty active the last couple of days. And if you were playing mid-morning or afternoon, early afternoon, noon, you can see here it loses VWAP and then it goes on a really nice dump here all the way down to 2440 or so. So that was our watches from yesterday. Again, yesterday, I know a lot of people were having a very difficult time finding trades because, again, it was just so choppy. A lot of choppiness, not clean action. The SPY was pretty much flat as well. And again, on days like that, you just want to not be as aggressive. It's okay to have either a small red day or a very small green day. And not force things that are not there. And that was what yesterday was. It was a day where myself, Brian, and others also just, again, couldn't find anything that was clean. The stuff that we get in didn't get no continuation, and that's part of the problem too. Sometimes you get into trades that don't give you no continuation. The thought process is good, the strategy is there, and then the volume and the move doesn't happen as you planned. All right, guys, so let's get into it. RKDA up here. What is the flow? Is it a low flow? RKDA. It is a very low flow, 2.9. So let's throw this down here. All right, so RKDA to start. Let's get our levels right over here. All right, so not a great pre-market action at all, not much volume. So again, just nothing interesting about RKDA right now, especially it being low flow. It doesn't look good when you're not getting good volume and a good pre-market action. So I'm definitely probably not going to watch this. We'll keep it on here. Yeah, it's early. Let's look at WF. WF, no change. This is the one you're talking about earlier, Norm, right? I mean, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. You see those two huge block trades that are registering for TI, but not for the DAS price.
Yeah, yep. So again, this doesn't look good at all. We'll get rid of this. FTI has been pretty active lately, up 3.6, 153,000 shares traded. Bit of a flat pre-market action right now. Let's see how it ended up yesterday. Wow, it's just gaps after gaps after gaps. I mean, this is just a horrible daily chart, right? You got a gap here,
Yeah.
gap, another gap as well. Again, just not very clean. How did it actually trade throughout the day yesterday? Let's see here.
Flat, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much flat. I mean, you got this double bottoms here, but again, it's just pretty much throughout the day pretty flat. These are not big moves, guys. Again, this is a 5 cents move here, so it looks like, oh, it's moving a lot, but it's really not. It's really not moving as much. So again, it just doesn't trade very well right now. It has a horrible pre-market action as well on an GDS 2.2, 227,000 shares traded so far. Let's see what the action looks like. Daily chart looks so. Pre-market action is starting to look okay. You got a nice little flow here, nice little pop, nice little uptrend, so that's good. 5-minute chart is also starting to look better. As you can see, very clean difference here. This is garbage, choppy, and then here this was making the difference, right? Look at all this volume coming in after 8:30, 8:15, and it's starting to create a nice flow here. So this looks good. Let's hope that it continues that way. Volume 242,000 and climbing. Seems like it's trying to break out from these levels over here, so that's good also. Next we have Snap. See how Snap is doing, up again 2.4. Again, really big day yesterday. Let's remove some of these levels. Right over here. Again, huge day yesterday. Looks like it's trying to break out of these levels. Again, not the best stock to trade. Couldn't tend to be very choppy, but yesterday did give us a decent move. So we definitely got some levels here above this for Snap. So Snap looks okay. Up 2.2 right now. Decent pre-market action, not great. 552,000 shares traded at the moment. NIO is up 2.5, 691,000 shares traded. But again, this stock is just like as you expect. Look at the pre-market action, which is very horrible. Again, just not. You have tons of volume here, almost 120,000 shares traded in this candle here, but it's not really creating a good pre-market action. And NIO, we know NIO for not trading well. I mean, it just doesn't trade well at all. So what did it do yesterday? Actually, yesterday I had a big sell-off. Yeah, big sell-off yesterday. I had a clean sell-off, actually. I didn't have shares for sure on this one, but clean sell-off yesterday. All right, so that's it. But again, not looking great right now. I'm probably going to drop that off. Next, we have KB. KB, I have no activity
It's the
on
same
KB. Yeah,
it's the same deal as WF. It's block trades.
Yeah, so the block trades is triggering our scanners to do something here, but not much going on with KB, so we'll get rid of it. Next, we have Tesla. Tesla down 2.7, 406,000 shares traded. See what we got over here. So daily chart looks good. Down a bit here. After having a red day yesterday as well. Pre-market action does not look great, but Tesla could start like this and still give you some very clean moves as it does get the volume. But right now, it's just very choppy pre-market action with some volume. Next, we have Atos. Atos, again, this was the one we spoke about earlier. This one is just very choppy throughout the entire day. So it was just not clean at all. Right now, it's... see what we got going on. Pre-market action looks very active. Again, this was the yesterday had a very good clean pre-market action. Then at the open, just went completely flat on us. So let's hope it trades better today. Down 18.1, 1.5 million shares traded. Again, had a big day yesterday, but this all happened in the pre-market, guys. You didn't have this nice move in the actual opening after the opening of the bell. So we'll throw it on here. This is a low flow stock, very low flow stock. So we want to be very cautious on how we trade this. What do we have popping into our scanners? Anything else? I think that's it. All right, let's take a look at our NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainers right over here. Here is in our scanners. It is up 77%. All right, it's got some serious volume, 2.6 million shares traded so far. So this looks good. What is the flow on this? Flow is 27. All right, so it's not that low. What was that, Norm?
I was just gonna say it looks like it's a low float, but I guess it's not.
Yeah, it's not. But
Lowish.
yeah, exactly. But the way that the price range is, it's trading at 150. You want to treat it like a low flow, guys, because again, you could easily buy just because you could buy 10,000 shares of this because you got the buying power. Just definitely don't do that. So here up 77.5, 2.6 million shares traded. Pre-market action looks great. We can definitely see how the daily chart goes here. So it has situations where it has gotten the volume and ran here. Not much volume here, but it still ran. So not sure what's going on there. So definitely some significant volume today. This stock is no stranger to going above 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can find some levels on this. That's good. Next, what do we have here? HCHV. This stock, I've seen this stock plenty of times before. Even last year, it was always on our gappers list. It doesn't trade well though, guys. That's one thing I recall from this. Selling off right now, 2.4 million shares traded. But again, just a stock you want to be very careful. What's the flow on this one? HCHV. Yeah, 4.2. We'll throw it on here, but again, if it's selling off, it needs to find a level and hold. At the moment, not doing pretty much nothing. SLNO, nothing happening here. Has the volume, but again, just not a great pre-market action. You have 106,000 shares traded, but the pre-market action is not looking great. Also, we got other better ones like here that are trading better that I'd rather watch. BIOS, 274,000 shares, not a clean pre-market action. MDCA, nothing happening there. RKDA, it's not doing anything. It's got 253,000 shares. We have this one down here, but again, it's up 23%, but horrible pre-market action. So I'm just going to get rid of it right now. All right, so KPTI, no volume, only 98,000 shares traded. It's up 22%. What the daily chart looks like. Yeah, it's good at selling off, as you can see here, but again, just not a clean pre-market action at the moment. ASUR is horrible, no activity. AVID, nothing happening. MVLN, not much going on. And then that's the last one. All right, let's go over to our NASDAQ active, see what we have here. Here we have already ACHV. We looked at ATOS. We have, again, just one that got to be very careful with. SLNO, I think we looked at as well. This one has the volume, but again, it's just a horrible daily chart too. What would you expect? What's the float on this? Let's just check. We're starting to get some activity. 12 million. I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. Looks horrible here, but if it can stay with this volume that is getting here, it could possibly do something. All right, we'll throw it on here for now. It is a low float, 12 million shares. We'll throw it on here for now. I'm on the fence on it, but looking at it now, if it can continue with what it's done in the last 2 minutes, it can actually turn out to be pretty good. ETF BIOC is has the volume right now, 496,000 shares, but not a good pre-market action. ETF Tesla we have, GDS we have, and AMD. See what AMD is up to. Not much. So I'm pretty flat on AMD. 303,000 shares traded, but not doing much at the moment. All right, guys. So what do you guys have on your end? What are you guys watching?
Carlos, I just want to throw out there some Candy that I know you traded in the past, KNDI. It's not gapping up huge, but I believe they had earnings, so it might do something midday. And then Oracle, ORCL, ADBE, and Ulta. I'll have my eye on all those as well.
Nice. Yeah, KNDI was actually pretty good to us. And CR, which was that one? CR?
ORCL. And I will say that these aren't hitting the scanners yet. Some of them might. There's not great pre-market action, but I anticipate it'll pick up.
Yeah.
ADBE and ULTA. So
ULTA. Yep. Excellent. Yeah, Oracle looks actually. Yeah, this is earnings down 3.5. That looks good. I like the way it lost that there. So that could become active. KNDI we traded before in the past. Actually, we caught some really good moves on this one in the past. So looking forward to that. All right, so all these have earnings today or reported earnings already.
Yes, those are mostly, if not all, earnings stories, or either
Nice.
last night or this morning.
Sweet, sweet. All right, guys. So anything else you guys have on your end? Oracle, yep. So Oracle we have on here. We're gonna find some levels for that as well. I really like the Oracle's daily chart. I mean, I like the way this is dropping here, 3.5. Again, just like Norm said, doesn't have the volume, but this could be a good play, mid-morning play, depending how things go when the volume kicks in.
Oracle will have it. It should have the volume by open to hit our gappers list, but I think that's the best of the four I pointed out that I'll be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, yep. AVGO. So I'm assuming this one also has earnings, right? Mickey Collins there. AVGO. Yeah, up 5.4. A little higher price stock, 282. We'll throw it on here as well. All right, Facebook. See what Facebook is up to today. Let's remove some of these levels. We got way too many on here. All right, so yeah, Facebook's down 1.6. Gonna hit our scanners any minute now if it goes below 2. Pre-market action is pretty flat right now, though. I'm just gonna put Facebook on here for now, but pre-market action doesn't look too great at the moment. All right, so yep, AVGO we have. That's good. That's on earnings. ADBE. Yep, ADB we have it right on here. Hasn't hit the gapper scanners yet because of volume, Chris, but it will. It will if it keeps if it picks up. It's down 3.4. We just need to get the volume. But if we don't get the volume, we're gonna stick with the ones that have more volume, and we can always tune into this. The ones that are on here. I mean, I'm gonna watch Roku either way. I'm gonna throw that up here. I really like the way that it looks. Doesn't have the volume now, but it can. AKTX. Let's see what AKTX is up to. Yeah, I think AKTX, unless you have shares for short, I don't think AKTX has the legs to come back up. Again, had already a big day, had a sell-off day. Could be in play today, but it's going to be very risky to try to read the price action today. This was the big day here. This day also opened up here, had a nice pop. Then from there, it's just been dropping. This might come back down to trading just around the $2 that it's been at. So be very careful with this one. This is a very low flow stock, guys. So you do want the volume if you're trading AKTX. You don't want to be trading this without significant volume. All right, here doesn't have the volume right now. It is down 12.3. That's nice. The good thing is, guys, that we also have our scanners, right? So something like this pops out of nowhere and starts hitting our scanners, turbo breakdown, we can always tune into it. But right now, the pre-market and the daily chart do not like the daily chart on this one either. Look at all this chop.
And that's a low flow too, I believe.
Oh,
so,
it is?
Be careful on that one.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be watching this one, guys. If you are, be very careful. Again, you can tell it's very choppy here just on the daily chart alone. And right now, no volume in the pre-market action. It's not looking great. All right, guys, we got quite a bit. Let's go through these. FTI right now, 170,000 shares traded. Pretty flat pre-market action. I do not like the daily chart on this one here. So I am probably going to stay away from it. We do have shares for sure, which is good. We'll find some levels for it, but just in case it hits our scanners, I'm probably not going to keep this one. So we have 24.008 high of the pre-market. Above this one, we have 24.80. Towards the bottom, we have this one over here at 25.53. Right now, I might be making a new low of the day, a low of the pre-market, so I'm not going to mark that down. I'm just going to mark 23.53 for now. Then towards the bottom, plenty of levels right over here. So you can keep the previous day close, previous day high, and you also have some moving averages coming in this area here. So, but again, guys, not a fan of this this stock. I'm not a fan of also the daily chart looks horrible. So again, I think we have better stocks that we can watch. So I'm going to remove this one now. If you guys see that it gets better, starts losing it, point it out. But right now I'm going to get rid of it. GDS is looking pretty strong right now. Almost 400,000 shares traded. Just trying to leave these ranges here. High of the pre-market 36.75. We'll mark that. What's the next level above here? clear pop all the way over here at 39.89. Let's zoom in here, get a better look. Trying to find a level between the price action now. Okay, we can mark these 3 days over here, 38, 32. We got all these days over here lined up, so that's good. All right, so GDS right now, pre-market looks okay, not great. Had a really nice pop after 815, 825. It got a real nice trend trade here. Not the cleanest pre-market actions, losing some steam here. Looks like it wants to head back down. So let's see what it does. I do like the daily chart on this one. Looks okay, not great, but it is trying to have a bounce. We had a big day yesterday and trying to put in another big day today. So GDS looks okay, not great. Snap, not the best pre-market action. 738 4,000 shares traded, but again, this Snap could be just so choppy. Yesterday had a good day, could put in another good day today. We'll do some levels on a high of the pre-market, 1175. What else we have here? Above this, we can actually mark down over here 1219, and above that we have 1275. So those are two good levels for the top. Towards the bottom, I think we have plenty. We have the previous day low, which is very close to what the low of the pre-market is right now. Previous day close, and then we also have previous day low all the way down here. Again, looks strong today. Looks like it wants to put in another green day. Already tested 1174 as that price level. Let's see if it can hold these moving averages here and head back up. But again, Snap, again, guys, just be very careful. It could be very choppy. NIO, I don't like anything about NIO in the pre-market right now, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Nothing looks good there. Tesla is starting to break out here. Might want to go towards the previous day close. I do like Tesla. Tesla looks good. Let's find some levels for it. So right now we have 279, which is very close to the low of the pre-market. Actually, we can just move it down to the low of the pre-market right over here, 279. We have another level right where the price action is at, which is the low of 2 days ago, right over here. Towards the top, we have the high of the pre-market sitting at 287. So let's mark that down. Then above that, we have the low of yesterday, right over here. And then the previous day close. We could get rid of this 289.54. The previous day close is right there. So plenty of levels on Tesla right now. It looks like it's trying to get a comeback, maybe go at least the previous day close. But it looks good right now. It looks like it's trying to build something with some good volume. Facebook is pretty flat. I don't like the way Facebook looks right now, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. All right, here, what do we mention about here? Here's a low flow, right? Is that correct? Oh no, it's not. No, it's not that low flow, but you just gotta be careful with it though. You gotta watch your risk management on the stock that's trading at 150. So we'll throw it on here. Let's find some levels for it. High of the pre-market right now, 185. We got towards the bottom, we have 125. What else we have here? Above 185, we have another spike all the way up here at 240, 242. You can also mark down this level here, 213. You have several days kind of banging their heads in that 213 there before it drops down. Look how they use that 185, which is the high of the pre-market now. They're using that 185 as support. Once it cracks, then it just dumps here. Another possible level is over here also, right at 152. Price action right now, right below it. Look at the 1 minute chart, how it's testing that also, right? Goes to it, comes right back down, trying to get to it again here at 152. Let's see if it can get above that. So good pre-market action right now. Has the volume, 2.8 million shares, up 77%. So that's good. Let's look at Oracle. I do like Oracle. I'm going to watch Oracle just because it's down so much. Doesn't have the volume right now, but it is picking up. So I will watch Oracle. Let's find some levels for it. There we go, daily chart. All right. So bouncing back a bit here. Low of the pre-market, 50, 98, 97. High of the pre-market sitting at 51, 48 right now, but it looks like it might want to crack that. If it loses and it comes back down, anything below that 50.97, we have all the way down here. Nothing clean in between here, right? In this area, I don't see anything clean. You have a moving average here we can mark down. Yeah, let's mark this moving average at 50, 54. Towards the top, if it cracks the high of the pre-market right now, you have a clean level over here at 51.90. All right, so let's see what the Oracle wants to do. I do like the daily chart. Oracle is down quite a bit. It has some It had earnings. Right now, pre-market action is not looking great. It does need to get more volume. All right, guys. Atos, I'm not going to watch because it just traded like crap yesterday. So I'm just going to get rid of this one. ACHV, I don't like the way this one trades neither, so I'm gonna get rid of that one also. Again, has volume, looks great, 77% up right now, but I just don't like the way this one trades. SNL, SL, and O. Wow, this is not a great daily chart. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. We'll put some levels in case if it creates a fallen angel, or maybe hits our turbo breakup scanners, or high of the day bull flag scanner. High of the pre-market right now, 247. Trying to find something above here, see when it does get the volume, if it does run. Just a very bad daily chart. Here we have 284, another pop up here, 311, and up here 360. So towards the bottom, find some support in case it wants to do a fallen angel. If it starts trading well, we have 205, which is the spike of this day here. So I'm just looking for extremes, right? This is an extreme here when it comes up 205 then sells off. So that's what you want to try to find your levels. So this is what I have so far, guys, on SL and O. Let's see if it can hold it. Has some good volume, but again, just not, the pre-market is so. It's definitely not great. All right, so here's some of the ones that I'm going to be watching over in the mid-afternoon. Norm is also watching some of these. KNDI, because it has some earnings release. Let's get rid of all these levels here. So right now it's actually between some levels. We can mark down the low of the pre-market at 710. Below that, we have another one down here at a 694. Towards the top, you have plenty already. I don't think you need to add anymore. You have the previous 2 days ago low, previous day close, and the 2 days ago and yesterday highs right here. So don't need to add more to this. And again, I won't be watching this one at the open. This will be later on today, mid-morning, in case it hits our scanners. We can tune into this one. All right. Next, we have ADBE. Same thing here, guys. Just gonna watch this one later on in mid-morning. ULTA, same as well, and AVGO, same as well. I don't got the volume right now, but this will be good to watch later on. All right, guys, AKTX hitting our scanners here. What is AKTX doing? Is it making anything? Well, just selling off. I think it's going to be a sell-off day for AKTX, just heading back down to where it's been trading. Yes, I do have Oracle. Oracle is right here. I do have Oracle. Again, I like the daily chart. It doesn't have much volume right now, but it is picking up 126. So it will get the volume. Norm was mentioning this earlier as well. So I think it's one that it will be in place. So we'll keep it on here. All right, guys. So let's go through what we have so far. So GDS selling back down a bit here, but I do like the pre-market action. Good volume, up 1%. Not quite a lot, but again, I think it's got a decent pre-market action compared to everything else we have here. Snap, little choppy here, but it had a big day yesterday, so it'll be good to see what Snap does today. Has the volume, but even with this great volume, 792, still not creating a good pre-market action, right? Still not creating a good flow to it. Look at the 1 minute, just very choppy. So I'll be on the lookout for that. Tesla's popping up here. Tesla's looking good, guys. You might want to go red to green, or even test some of these levels up here. We got a moving average here. We got another level here, 286.80. Then the previous day close. But right now it's building a good pre-market action. So holding all these levels here. The high of the pre-market is at 287, all the way up here. So you might try to test that. All right, here is holding here, so let's see if we can get above that 152. Again, not a low flow, but it is a very low price stock, so be careful with this one. Oracle's again, just a bit choppy. It's starting to get the volume. Again, this is not a great pre-market action, guys. This is actually a horrible pre-market action, but what we do like on Oracle is the fact that it's got some earnings out, and also that it's down 3.4. So that's quite a bit there. Let's see how it reacts when the volume comes in. And SLNO, I think is what's the float again on SLNO? Yeah, 12. So very low flow stock here. So let's see how it reacts. Got great volume right now, up 59.3. See if we can get towards that high of the day and make a good move for us. ATOS. Yeah, it could spike. What I didn't like about ATOS is the way he traded yesterday. So if you could watch this, again, it's a low flow stock, but the way he traded yesterday was just not clean. But you know, we can throw it on here. We can throw it on here just in case. We do have some levels for it already. But again, you want to be very careful. Very low flow stock. It does have the volume. Not a clean pre-market action right now, and I'm just concerned that you're going to get the same thing at the open like we did yesterday. So again, very careful with that one, Benny, if you're going to be watching that one. All right, guys, so this is my list. What is MU doing? Because MU, when I do not watch MU, it trades amazing. And when I do watch it, it's choppy. And same thing has been happening for a lot of us, even Andrew himself. Every time what happens to Andrew is he trades AMD, MU does well. He trades MU, and AMD does well. I mean, these two.
Yeah.
I think they're pissed because we've taken them off our watch list for the last couple of weeks.
And MU looked like a good trade yesterday. I had it on a side screen from a long time ago. I never look at it, but
yeah, no, it traded amazing yesterday. I mean, I looked at it. Someone in the chat room pointed it out. I didn't have it on my watch list, but it was a beautiful short. Look at this here. Just nice. Actually, it was both. We had a great opening range breakup. Here's the 5-minute opening range breakup. You get in here, anywhere in here for the crack of the high, and it just takes off. Right, it gives you somewhat of an engulfing pattern here. Probably in the 15-minute chart, looks like a good engulfing pattern, and then just drops. Right, it's a beautiful short. Even if you miss this drop, look at the loss of VWAP. It's very clean. Right, all the way down to the low of the day. So. Yeah, MU traded well, and this is MU. This is why we like watching MU, guys, right? Because even when you don't have a good pre-market action, look at this pre-market action. MU, AMD, these stocks can give you a really clean move on some certain days. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna throw. Actually, I'm gonna probably throw MU today on here. Let's see what AMD is doing. AMD not as clean as MU yesterday. Let's see what AMD is doing here. Yeah, not much going on right now, but again, you just never know. I'll watch MU. I definitely have way too many. As we get closer to the open, I'm gonna remove some of these. Maybe add some more. Something else looks better. Norm, anything you have on your end that you're watching that you haven't told us already?
Just the 4 I shouted out earlier, but out of the list that we have, my favorite for the day looks like Oracle right now.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna put. That's why I have Oracle on the actual watch here because I think that one looks good. Starting to get some good volume now as well. Hopefully, can build a good pre-market action. But even without a good pre-market action, with the fact that it has some news behind it, it can take off. Just got the SPY on one of my screens here. Looks like it's dropping. What's going on with the SPY today? Here we go.
And so one thing I want to point out too, guys, before I hop off when Andrew gets on is today's quadruple witching. So options expiration on 4 different time frames will happen a day. It can make things in price action happen a little strangely. So keep an eye on that.
Yep. Good call. Yeah, so SPY is dropping. Here was up at least 0.5%. Again, just look at the resistance we're getting here at this 280, 282 level, 282.50. We cracked it a little bit. I thought we were going to hang out a little for a while here, and now we're just right back down. It's just very, very tough resistance here over the last couple of weeks. Just can't seem to get higher. So, had a small red day yesterday, dropping down again now. Might want to. Looks like it wants to go red to green the way this thing is dropping. So we'll see. Will be fun to watch. All right, guys, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Just again, as we mentioned earlier, check out our Bearable Traders Challenge. I believe Abby will send the link on the chat room for YouTube. If you have not yet signed up, take a look at that. We're looking forward to getting that challenge started. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Have a great trading day today. Trade safe, and we'll see you guys later on today.
Take care, guys. Thanks for joining us. Trade safe.